Greetings everyone, this is Fleet Admiral Alt Lexington of Merricky Command. If any of you watched my previous two videos, you will know that I recently acquired a Foliant Tarantula Dreadnought, and in the first of those two videos I tried to build it the way I thought would be good, but the build completely failed. It had a pitiful pass of 13k in ISA, so that was pretty piss poor DPS. But I've made a few changes since then, tweaked the build a little. It's still a bit of a squishy ship, but I've managed to make it a little bit stronger. I started off by replacing my android officer with a space officer, because the android officer is more of a ground officer, and the android doesn't have the trait, let me just look it up, of leadership. And leadership is a minor hull repair and subsystem repair. That's why I switched her out in favour of a human. Also, if we look at starship traits, with the ship's mastery fully unlocked now, I get the Foliant trait that comes with the ship, and if you read it you will see that it doesn't work with fire at will, but it does work with beam overload. This trait will increase your damage if you use beam overload instead of fire at will. So I switched out, on my tool trait down here, I switched out fire at will 1 and fire at will 3 with beam overloads. Also, if we go to the ship page, I have switched one of my consoles out for neutronium, and it's from the dilithium mine, Fleet Neutronium, so therefore it has a modifier, EPS, which normal neutronium doesn't have. So it's the same resists as normal neutronium, but it also adds 25% power transfer rate, which has increased my power transfer rate here to pretty good. I've also put the Foliant torpedo on there, which I haven't used yet. Before I was using the Omega plasma torpedo to complete the Omega 3-piece set, but I don't have any torpedo skill in my personal skills, and I figured the plasma torpedo wasn't great because of that, so why not just slot in the Foliant torpedo. It's not as powerful as the plasma torpedo, but it does drain the enemy's power and add 40% accuracy, whereas the Omega only adds 10% accuracy, plus it's got armor penetration, which is pretty good. I also replaced the Foliant hangar pets with obelisk swarmers from a fleet spire. Now if you look here, you can see that the neutronium has increased my resist by almost double. along with my power transfer rate, and I haven't sacrificed any critical severity, accuracy or critical chance. The most important thing I did that helped out was with my own skills. I removed some from around here, I think it was hull plating, so that I could fill out starship flow capacitors and put a bit more in hull repair as well. And what that did was bring my shield drain back up high, which is what you want. And I haven't sacrificed much turn rate or anything. I don't think I've sacrificed any. So a few changes to make things a little better. And all the mastery is unlocked, so I got that trait, which of course, as I said, fire at will doesn't work with it, but beam overload does. And the thing about this trait is when you fire beam overload, sometimes it will trigger a mini web around the enemy briefly. A mini Folian web around the enemy when they're hit by the beam overload. So not only can you cover an enemy with a Folian web from your Folian cannon with this console, but you can also put a mini version of that web on an enemy when you hit them with beam overload, but it only works sometimes. But beam overload is a far better skill for the Folian Tarantula than fire at will. I just want to check something. I still have that EPS power transfer that wasn't doing anything for me before, but it does now. So I'm thinking of moving it down. Taking it out of there and putting it somewhere more beneficial on my ship. It didn't do anything for me before, but now it increases my power rate massively. So I'm thinking of putting it somewhere more useful. Now that was this power drain, but I might not need it anymore if I have a decent high enough power drain. Attack pattern beta hasn't done much for me because I have no skill in attack patterns. Mask energy signature and quantum singularity manipulation have both served well. So the question is, where on here should I put my emergency battery? Well, the trick is to look down here to see what you've got here and replace one of these on your tool tray, because you can always click down here for the ability you remove. So if I remove hazard emitters, no. If I remove brace for impact and then put that battery, that auxiliary power EPS thingy, well, I can't remember what it's called, EPS power transfer, onto there, I should be able to increase my power transfer rate massively. And I can move brace for impact to somewhere else because I'm not going to be using it now. This was just a last minute thought I had now that I've switched on this video. Just got to find it first. There it is. That was just a last minute thought. So I'll have to save that. So there we have it. The revised build. Now, I did get an ISA pass in this ship with this revised build, except for that last bit you just saw, of 28k DPS. However, I think that was a freak run, because every other run that I've done in this ship since around that one, I've only got just under 20k. And 20k, I'm happy with 20k, but I was hoping for more out of a ship like this. I think maybe I need to get some embassy fleet bridge officers with inspirational leadership, I believe is the trait, which is better than normal leadership that you get off the exchange. Anyway, I'm not going to go into ISA straight away because I need to build up some confidence with this ship. So let's go out into space and see if we can do a patrol out into sector space. Unless my game chooses to crash, which it often does when I'm recording these and I have to start again. I tell you, I've gotten a lot of help with this build from using my fleet's provisions to go to other fleets' maps and locations so that I could buy the elite fleet gear. And this channel, Nerds of Prey Public Service, has really helped out with those invites. There's a lot of big fleets out there that are happy to help out small fleets. All you have to do is make sure your small fleet has provisions that you can spend in their shops, in their fleet stores, for the character you're invited with. Anyway, I think we should go to the one that I like, the Korea system. fight some Romulans, unless we get a red alert, of course, then we'll do that. Odd thing happened when I was doing the career system earlier today. I walked in and an NPC Enterprise Odyssey warped in as well. The Odyssey F warped in alongside me. Captain Sean. I don't know why he walked in alongside me, because every time I've played Correa system before, I've never had any NPC warp in to assist me. But Captain Sean in the Odyssey Enterprise F did. Which ruined my score, by the way, but it was fun to see. Ruined my test, but it was fun to see the Enterprise fighting alongside me. Captain Sean, the Andorian. Well, my slipstream didn't last for long, or did I just switch it off? I can't remember. I do know that if I can get a good shot with the web cannon against the Dideritix warbird that's in Correa system, then it'll bring that warbird down quickly. Passing by New Romulus. Almost there. This KA system is a good testing ground because it's a very easy match, and it just lets you know if your build tweaks are working properly. So let's fight the Tel Shiar. Let's see if we can get that warbird, that Dideritix, and ready the cannon when we get in close. Fire! Gravity will it, and use beam overload. Well, that was fast. That was very fast. I wonder if the beam overload will trigger a web. There it goes. There's a web from beam overload. I didn't even use my cannon. See if we can trigger another beam overload using nothing but... Trigger another web using nothing but beam overload. There's only a small chance of it happening. And you can't really see it on these small ships. Okay. That was Korea system. We didn't get to see the torpedo fire, but then I didn't hit torpedo spread. We didn't get to see the swarmers either. So let's go to Japori system and see what happens there. Another easy little patrol. And this time I will try and use my swarmers and torpedo. I did hit that button and it seemed to help with keeping my shields up. But I never really looked here to see how much it helped. Here we are, coming up on Japori. Always stops you just outside auto navigation. It either overruns past the system or stops you just before you get to it. Okay. Enter Japori. I think we're fighting Nausicans, is it? Or is it Herogen? I'm not sure we'll know when we get in. If it will load, that is. Come on, computer. There we go. It's Nausicans. Let's target that big ship there so that we can put the cannon around it. The web cannon. Fire a web at it. There we go. Getting in range. Fire. Now hit it with gravity well. Now beam overload. And it's dead already. Now let's see if I can figure out what the torpedoes look like. There goes the torpedoes. Now the swarmers. That green beam is coming from the swarmers. torpedo up again. Oh no, I went out of range. Torpedo. Come on, torpedoes, fire. I want to see what you look like again. No, they don't want to fire. I'm not a fan of torpedoes anymore. See if it kills it without me shooting. Yep, I didn't even have to shoot that one. So let's pick up my loot, and that was Japori. This ship's performing much better. I'm still not sure what that's doing for me, but it seems to be doing something. Let's just hit it and see. Yep, look at that. Power level's all gone through the roof. And with Nadion Pulse, that will resist power drain. So you hit that and then you hit Nadion Pulse. Nadion Inversion, sorry. And your shields will stay up, with any luck. Okay. Depart system. Where the red alerts are. Ah, there we go, there's one there. Let's just make sure everything's recharging good. And I hope this isn't the red alert against the Folians. I hope it's the one against the Borg. Maximum warp to where the Borg are located. And dare I wish to be in this red alert all by myself before it's over. Oh, let's go over to that one. Well, that will lower my power levels for sure. Get a full impulse over to this cube. Slow down before we get there. Emergency powder weapons. Fire. Look at that. Killed a cube all by myself. And I got a drop, a purple drop from doing that. There goes another cube over there. 2 are already done when I got here. Hang on, I want to go and help that guy out. I don't want to take on attack just yet. Oh, it looks like that guy's almost done it. There we go. Now to dip this big energy pickle in lots of energy sauce, if I can find it. There it is. Bit of a no-no to hit full impulse like this, but I want to get there before they destroy it for me. They're coming up, so I've gone into reverse. And the pickle went down super quick. Bye bye, Vija. Just making a good screenshot here. So we managed to take down an entire Borg battle group by ourselves. When I say battle group, I mean the cube and the surrounding spheres. Oops, sorry, wrong button. Now, dare we give ISA a try? I'm not sure I'm ready for it, but I've played it a few more times on this ship, and sometimes I survive, sometimes I don't. And it's all down to the ship, it's not down to the team. Oh, wrong one. It's that one we want. It should start pretty quick with those people. I'll wait for one more person. That gives me time for that to come back up with any luck. It's learning how to do these things. It's like always hit that after you hit that, not before. And directed energy modulation before emergency power to weapons, before beam overload. That gives you a higher probability to get a little mini web from your beam overloads. And when you fire the cannon and you get a good shot, hit him with gravity well straight afterwards, and then them three. But only fire the cannon when you've got enough health, because you're practically frozen in place for 6 seconds while you're building up the energy to fire it. And it will only hold the enemy for 4 seconds. I went into fleet alert earlier today in this ship up against Folians, and my team wanted to shoot at me, so I figured I might as well switch sides and join the Folians. But then I saw the boss ship and it was exactly the same as this one, so he's not that good. Come on, ISA. There's enough people there. Or there was. Here we go. And they all went into the queue as well. So let's see what we can do here. Last time I tried to make a video here, it lagged like crazy. Well, they've shot it down before I even got a chance to fire my weapon. I hate that. Although 2 spears got free, that completely throws me off. Tech drop. That ruined my cannon shot. Someone here's got big DPS. What am I shooting at? There we go. Get that loot out of my way. Wow, my shields are staying up. Come on, fire! Lag! 2 tech drops in one match. Whoops, I hit the wrong button. I think the turn is bust on this ship. Shield stayed up. No, you won't. You just died. Was that the last gasp of the Borg? I wonder if someone passed it. That felt like a good run to me, although I think we had somebody with big DPS in this match. So Hungry 42, Pillar 33, Alt Lexington 20 DPS, not bad for me. In fact, that's a record in this ship, except for that freak 28k run I had. Just let them know it's going to go on YouTube. See, look, I'm pressing the movement key, but it's going the wrong way. And now it's turning all by itself without me doing anything. I think the turn is a little messed up on this ship. And now I can't turn to get that loot. I can turn the other way. Yes, I think the left turning on this ship is a little bit bugged. Because look at it, it goes smoothly to the right, but to the left it jitters and judders and sometimes won't even go at all. But the up and down is alright. Anyway, let's leave this map. So I found a way to survive in ISA, and my shield stayed up pretty well during that. And it was mostly thanks to changing one of my skills from hull plating to flow capacitors. That's all I did. Well, not all I did. I took a few more skills and put them in places I just don't remember right now, but yes, particle generators, I put some in there. and took a few away from my ground skills to go in here as well. And that seemed to have given me a lot more survivability, and now with this battery it's working even better. I still can't replicate that freak 28k run I had. I'm starting to even doubt whether I read it right, because I've only been doing less than 20 till just now, other than that run of course. So yeah, 20k DPS, not bad for ISA. It means I won't be a drag to the team anymore. It's not exactly special or stellar, but it's not a drag to the team. So we'll call that an end to the video, where the Folian Tarantula Dreadnought proves itself. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video, whenever that may be. This is Fleet Admiral Lexington of American Command saying good gaming to you, and bye.